لغة لا تحتاج إلى ترجمة. في كل غوصة في شخص يبحث عن مشهد وشخص يبحث عن معنى. ضيفنا اليوم جاء من بعيد، ليس ليرى فقط بل ليسمع ما يقوله الضوء تحت الماء، ويسجل لحظة قد لا تتكرر إلا مرة واحدة في العمر. في رحلتنا اليوم راح نغوص بعين مختلفة، عين ترى في العمق صمتا، وفي كل لقطة احتمال لحكاية. فخلوكم معنا في سحر الأعماق.
لكل مصور طريقته في النظر، لكن هذا الرجل لا يكتفي بالمراقبة، هو يندمج في المشهد، يذوب في الضوء، ويبحث عن زوايا البحر عما لا يرى بالعين وحدها. فرنسي الهوى بحار العدسة، جاء ليغوص في بحرنا لا ليأخذ صورة بل ليترك أثرا.
What's amazing is about Oman, specifically in Dhofar, is the fact that you have a cold current. The cold current creates a really unique habitat. It's one of the few places in the world where you can find coral reefs and kelp forests. That is really unique, and because of this you have really unique range of fishes and species that you cannot find in other parts of Oman. So it's really interesting and it's really inspiring. It's been driving me to come back to Salalah every 6 months I hear on this. The region is probably holding the harshest coral reefs in the Middle East, which is really extremely inspiring and extremely interesting to follow and to take photos at here. You have a really wide range of biodiversity, but specifically the different species of corals are really unique and very alive. It's one of the few places in the world where you won't see corals bleaching, which again, currently with the current state of the corals around the world is very interesting. First dive in Oman must have been in 1994. So actually I've grown up in the Middle East and I started diving when I was a kid, and I've always been attracted by Oman because of the wildlife. You guys are very lucky. I always say to people, in Oman you're blessed twice. You have an amazing people, the people are amazing, but also the wildlife is really incredible. And it doesn't matter how many times I come to Oman, I always discover more things, Yeah, actually the coral reefs, but also nudie branch shrimps, really is, there's so much stuff to study and to discover that it's like, okay, how can I say, it's an unlimited resource of discovery. It never ends, Well, for me, it's a skill I really grew up for that. I've been taking photos now for 10 years and video more recently. But I try to generally set up myself in a way that I'm flexible, because you never know what you're going to encounter underwater. So, for me, flexibility and being able to adapt to the situation and to be able to film or to photograph the species I encounter is really the highest quality. But again, for me, the most amazing thing in the region is the habitat. You guys have a really rich and really healthy habitat, which is really roomy. But the camera is very important because it's the heart of my system. But then the light is also really important because light in photography is the heart of the art, literally. Photography is the art of capturing light. So without being able to incorporate artificial light is very hard, because the deeper we go, the more we lose light, the more we lose color. But there again, I love also to take photos with natural light. So it's always a question of being in the situation and finding out the right thing to take photos of. So actually, I love to take pictures of fish, but most of all, the thing I love the most is taking pictures of people. You will not believe it, but in 30 years of diving experience, the most the thing I've been the most blessed with is the encounters I've made. I've encountered so many incredible people, and also, being able to capture the activities of people underwater is actually a really different narrative that all the other underwater photographers are doing. Most underwater photographers are only interested in wildlife. I'm also interested in the people because I think that there's many more inspirational stories to tell. But yeah, I love to take macro. I love to take wide-angle photos. And in Oman, you have really a wide range of wildlife, so there's always something to take a photo, like I said. Yeah, I'm super excited to go diving. It's always very pleasant to dive in Oman. Every dive is a new experience, and you don't know what you will encounter. And the ocean is so rich here that it's always a new discovery.
كل شيء يبدأ من هنا، من الحقيبة التي تحمل أكثر من كاميرا، عدسات محكمة، أذرع إضاءة، حواجز مائية دقيقة، كل تفصيل محسوب لأن لقطة واحدة قد لا تتكرر. الكاميرا مش مجرد أداة، هي الغواص الثاني في هذه الرحلة. الهبوط تحت السطح له طقوسه، لكن حين تكون العدسة حاضرة تصبح كل لحظة احتمالا للدهشة. الضوء يتكسر بين يديه، يتحرك معه، يهمس له بمشهد يستحق التوثيق. قريبا جدا حتى تشعر أن الكائن ينظر إليك. عدسة المصور تبحث عن هذا القرب، عن لحظة توازن بين الانبهار والدهشة. هنا لا مجال للسرعة، الصورة الحقيقية تحتاج انتظار، تحتاج صمت. في هذا السكون تظهر جمالية البحر كأنه لوحة مرسومة، كل طبقة من الضوء، كل ظل جزء من تكوين دقيق. هو لا يصور فقط ما يرى بل ما يشاء. بعد كل لقطة هناك حكاية، وبعد كل غوصة هناك انطباع لا تلتقطه الكاميرا. الآن نسمع من عدسة المصور لا ماذا رأى بل ماذا شعر.
As usual, it never disappoints. There was so much life, so much fish. The water is green color, but that's like because there's plankton in the water, so that brings food. That's why the water is so rich here, because there's algae, there's plankton, there's phytoplankton. Without food, there's no life. So yes, the water is not like a swimming pool, but that's the reality of the ocean. I saw an amazing Murray eel. Actually, I captured Captain Faisal looking at it, filming him next to the Murray eel. It was beautiful. It's a honeycomb Murray eel. It's got yellow and black colors, and it's breathing. I saw a rare species of flounder, which I didn't know exists. It looks like a leopard color. I hadn't seen that one, so I'm looking forward to try to identify that species. That's really what's always really captivating and really interesting in diving in Dhofar is I always find species of fish which I haven't seen in other places. That's really interesting. Beautiful shot of the anchor and some really nice shots of coral reefs also. So I'm really looking forward to edit them on my computer and make them blossom. It's always for me I'm always overwhelmed. I'm always I look in so many different angles try to see like if there's a rare species of shrimp, a nudie branch. You know, because I take photos of such a wide range of things. I don't only do macro or wide angle. I really have to keep aware and keep looking at different things. I have to look also like very closely at the way animals move, if it's a nudie branch or if it's a sponge. And sometimes I tap on things because I'm not sure of what it is and I want to make sure of the texture, and you know, it's only by looking closely at something that I can really understand what's over there, you know. For me, definitely what makes amazing is the entire climate of the region, you know, because you have this mountain range and because you have cold water coming from the Indian Ocean and because you have all those cap forests. That's what makes the habitat so unique, and that's why there's so much fishes. Yes, there was an amazing wreck, but what makes it so unique is all those environment together. When you combine all those very unique factors, you have a very unique habitat. I strongly recommend Dhofar and the entire region for photography, underwater but also on the surface. You know, not just underwater, like specifically in this region of Oman, you have an amazing wildlife. And like I said before, this is the two great blessings you have in Dhofar, is the people and the wildlife, you know. And it's definitely, I invite photographers to come and explore the region because there's always something to see. And for experience, it's an adventure. You have so many adventures to have on land and underwater, and there's so much things to see and to do. For me, the key is really not rushing and really taking your time, and definitely approach a professional who's got experience. You know, there's so many passionate instructors in Dhofar and good diving centers. So again, you know, it's you're very lucky in Oman to have such amazing ocean and so many good professionals. So having all those, you know, easy access, it's, you know, it's a chance which every person around should take. Visitors and Omanis alike should really use those opportunities to really enjoy the beauty of Oman. I mean, for me, whenever I dive, the whole world disappears. You know, there's only the underwater ocean, the fishes, the corals, and all the species. It's so rich here, and you know, it's magical for me. It's like a meditation. I forget all the troubles when I go in the sea. It's just me and the ocean, you know.
بعض الغواصين يعودون بقصة، لكن البعض يعودون بلحظة يكفي أن تلمع في عدستهم لتبقى حية إلى الأبد. الغوص ليس فقط رياضة، هو شكل من أشكال التأمل، وأحياناً شكل من أشكال الفن. وفي هذه الرحلة عرفنا كيف يمكن أن يكون البحر مرآة لمن يعرف كيف ينظر إليه. نلقاكم في مغامرة قادمة وفي عمق جديد من سحر الأعماق. إلى اللقاء.